We are going to try Cyberpunk on RTX 3060 Ti paired with i3-12100F and 16 gigs of RAM. I upgraded the board. Previously I was using H610M, so now I'm using B660MA, Asus Prime B660MA, sorry for that. So yeah, so now let's head into the settings. We are going to try all the available presets in the game. The default preset, also I noticed it turned FSR 1.0 on, so we don't want FSR, so I will just keep all the same settings of the preset. Will just turn it off, turn FSR off, so it will turn to custom. Will not change anything else. So we are going to try every preset on 1080p. So as you can see, we are on 1080p right now. So VSync is also off. So let's try the lowest possible settings. All the settings are here. Ray tracing is off. I will just turn the FSR off as well. So apply and let's get into the game. Even in menu it is using like 10 gigs of RAM, which is kinda too much to be in the menu. So yeah, on 8 gigs of RAM you won't be able to play this game, that's for sure. So as you can see in the game we are above 100 FPS. Image is not that blurry. I expected like blurry kinda image because of low settings, I guess, lower textures and all. So it's like okay, but I don't think anyone who have this rig 3060 Ti and i3-12100F would play this game on lowest possible settings. So I set the target FPS of 60, I guess. So most people would prefer to play this game on 60 and above FPS, like near 60 FPS, don't want to go below 60. So I guess from ultra settings we would like get near 60. So here as you can see there are too many NPCs and stuff, so FPS went down. So NPCs and all this need AI algorithm to run, so AI algorithm takes CPU, so it is also, this game is also CPU intensive. So don't go like you crank up the GPU like 4890 or something and paired it with i3 1200 100F or something and expect to get like really high FPS. That won't happen. That's because this game is CPU intensive too. It required really good CPU. So as you can see, average FPS is 101. So 101 FPS we got. Minimum is 42 FPS we hit. So max FPS is 147. So just look at the average FPS. Now we will compare this average FPS little by little, like as we go up further in the preset. So let's try another preset. So the next preset is medium. All the settings are here. So texture quality is also on medium now. Just turn this off and get into the game. So now we are under 100. Previously here we were above 100. So GPU is trying like above 200 watts. That's the issue of like nvidia GPU. They are power hungry. I can undervolt this GPU and get the similar FPS with less power draw, but I won't do that as most of you will run on stock settings. So I will keep the GPU on stock settings right now. So it is drawing above 200 watts, which is also the reason it is going this much above in temps. So yeah, if I play I will undervolt the GPU to get the less temps and less power draw to save the electricity. So yeah, here we went below 60, touch 59, I guess. So for the most part we stayed above 80, I guess. Okay. Norton is telling us it triggered the high CPU usage. As I told you, this game is like pretty much CPU intensive too. So yeah, so expect it to like consume that much of a CPU. How do I ignore it? Yeah, it went. So yeah, so average FPS previously it was 101, now it is 96. So I think if we pair this GPU with i5 12400 or i7 12 Gen, now 13 Gen is also up, so it will like give the more FPS in NPC like areas where there is pretty much NPC stuff and all the CPU intensive stuff is going on. So I am planning to upgrade the CPU. I will upgrade later. So as of now we will benchmark this. So max is 141, so similar, minimum is also similar. So average FPS we lost like I guess 5 FPS, previously it was 101. So yeah, let's move further up. So the next preset is high, so it turned the FSR on quality. I don't want it. Let's just see the other settings. Ray tracing is still off, texture is on high now, so let's turn this off. Every other settings is same. So let's get into the game. So now we are not going above 100, we are staying below 100. Still we are above 60, so that's good to go. Now it is using 5.6 gigs of VRAM. So I'm also checking the VRAM, like if we go to Ultra I guess it will use 6 gigs of VRAM. We have 8 gigs of VRAM available. So here we went above 100, but like previously we were staying above 90 for the most part, now we are going below 90. Here it will go under 60 I guess. Yeah, touch 59, 56, touch 56 here. So 5.5 gigs of VRAM. Okay. So yeah, here previously it was 96 FPS we were getting on average. Now it is 87 FPS, still above 60, so we will still crank the settings up. So max is 121, previously it was kinda high. So minimum is also, minimum and the maximum is like keep changing all the time you run the benchmark. So let's just ignore that, we should focus on average FPS. So average FPS 87, previously it was 96 I guess, so it is like 9 FPS drop. So we dropped 9 FPS from moving to medium to high, so let's move to ultra I guess. So the next preset is ultra. Now it turned the FSR off automatically, so good for us. I don't know why it was using FSR in the previous, just to downscale the image or sharpen the image. This thing does the sharpening. Why? What is the purpose of using FSR on the previous settings? Like why would I downscale the previous settings? So still now it will use ultra quality or Steam Deck settings. Okay, it got like pretty much presets. So yeah, on ultra it turned the FSR off, so all the other settings are here. Ray tracing is still off. So on ultra let's just get into the game. So I'm seeing pretty much similar FPS as in high. Still 5.6 gigs of VRAM it is using, like it is pretty much same as the previous one. Previously we were tweaking the textures and all the stuff from low to medium to high, so that's why we were saying like a huge difference in FPS and all the stuff, huge difference in VRAM usage. So now we are most of the settings will go until high, that's a least. So some of them go above high, go to ultra. So it's like the max setting available in this game without ray tracing. So yeah, from high to ultra you won't see much of a difference in FPS. Here we went 58, 56. Yeah, so it's pretty much similar FPS as previously. So there is no point playing on high. You should play on ultra. So surprisingly, we get more average FPS on ultra. I don't know why. Though I encountered this thing before too, like I was getting lower FPS in previous presets like on high and medium, but in ultra I was getting like above 90 FPS. This is the second time it's happening, but I don't know the reason. That's weird. Okay, so DLSS is enabled. Now I saw. So yeah, DLSS is enabled. I missed. How can I miss this setting? I'm so dumb. So yeah, DLSS is enabled. So I guess we should try without DLSS too. I was keep wondering like why it is giving so much FPS. Now I know why it is giving so much FPS. So DLSS enabled. Let's just turn the DLSS off and try. So here DLSS is off, and where is DLSS is enabled? That's why I missed it. Like here I don't see DLSS is on. DLSS is off, and then how it got enabled? It is off, man. I don't know. That's really weird. Like even it is off here. It just turned it on. I don't know why. Like here you can see on ultra preset it is off. I don't know how it got turned on. Dynamic resolution scaling it is off. DRSV off. DLSS is still off. DRS is still off. FSR is still off. Then how it is on during the benchmark? I don't know. So yeah, let's move forward. So Steam Deck settings are here. So Steam Deck settings still DLSS off, but it is using FSR on ultra quality. I guess I will just turn the FSR off because I don't really want FSR to ruin the image quality. I want like raw 1080p. So yeah, all the other settings are here. Let's just go into the game. Similar FPS as the Ultra, but we are using now 5.7 gigs of VRAM. Previously it was 5.5 or 5.6 gigs of VRAM. So these Intel CPUs are good, like they are power efficient, they are not power hungry as NVIDIA GPUs are, like using 200 plus watts. Even it doesn't require that much watt to give these this performance. You can easily undervolt them. So yeah, it is like max TDP is I guess 52 or 60 I saw of this CPU i3-1200F. So here we will go down in FPS. Here as you can see it is using less VRAM, but CPU usage go up. So average FPS is 89. DLSS is off now. I don't know why previously it was also off in the settings, how it turned on. I don't know. So yeah, 89 Steam Deck. So I guess we get 87 FPS on high preset. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. So on Steam Deck you will get 89 FPS with like similar image quality and stuff. So from now on I guess there are all the settings which include ray tracing. So all the even from the like even we max out all the settings without ray tracing, we won't go below 60 fps in this game on RTX 3060 Ti paired with i3-12100F. So let's turn the ray tracing on and see. So yeah, All the settings have ray tracing on, so ray tracing is on low, DLSS is enabled. I will try this without DLSS first. So ray tracing is also on, as you can see. Local ray trace lightning is off, just a simple ray tracing on low. So I don't want DLSS. So yeah, it is like ray tracing low preset with DLSS off. If we go near 60, I will turn DLSS off. Until then, I don't want to use DLSS or downscale the image. So now we are near 60. I guess from here we will go below 60. Now we are not touching like 80ish or 90ish FPS. For the most part, we are staying above 60. Still above 60 we are staying. So how much? It's like 1 or 1.5 gigs of VRAM it is using more. Like previously it was 5.6 or 5.7 gigs of VRAM. Now it is using 6.6, 6.5 gigs of VRAM. So like 1 gigs of VRAM it is using more with ray tracing on low. Okay, ITM triggered high disk usage. Oh, yeah, I know that, bro. I was downloading something through ITM, and ITM just append all downloading parts and trigger the disk usage. So I will I will remember to turn these notifications off next time I will record. So yeah, let's see how much average FPS we get. So average FPS is still above 60 for the most part. So yeah, average FPS is 79. Max FPS is above 109. So that's kinda good, I guess. So average FPS is still above 72. So I won't be using DLSS. As you can see, DLSS is off. So let's turn ray tracing to medium. So previously it was ray tracing low, now it is ray tracing medium. So all the settings are here. Now we will be getting like ray trace sun shadows and local shadows too. So previously sun shadows was off, only local shadows was on. Also ray trace lighting is on. Previously it was off. So yeah, it is on medium. So that's the difference. So difference is like we will get sun shadows, ray trace sun shadows and ray trace lightning. Previously it was off, so I guess now we will go below 60. So turn the LSS off and run. So yeah, from here on we are below 60, as you can see. As you can see, I can feel the game bit laggy because we are below 60 now. So let's add this benchmark. Now it is using like 7.4 gigs of VRAM, 1 gigs more. So with increasing ray tracing, like it is like using 1 gigs of more VRAM. So we are about to reach max level of VRAM available. 8 gigs is available. So I guess if I turn ultra ray tracing on, it will use 8 gigs of total VRAM available. No, it's not awesome. So yeah, average FPS is below 60 now. We need DLSS. So max is 61. Now I feel the need of DLSS. Let's turn on the DLSS. We were on low. DLSS is on auto. So DLSS sharpening. Let's just run the recommended auto DLSS and see. If we still won't be able to get like 60 FPS, we will go quality, then balance, then performance, and ultra performance. Performance and ultra performance is like really bad in most of the games I tried. So we are on ray tracing medium. Just all these settings are same as previously. Just turned on the DLSS on auto. So let's run it. So as you can see, we are getting above 60 fps, but going below 60. I hope average fps are above 60, so we won't feel the need of using like performance or balance DLSS. I guess it is using quality DLSS because it did not increase like that much of FPS. Also, VRAM usage is now 6.7 gigs. Previously it was 7.4, 7.5, I guess. Also, look at the clock speed. Like it's like 1890 megahertz of clock speed. GPU clock speed I'm talking about. So the boost clock, like it's like OC version of the GPU, so it is overclocking itself. Like I guess in BIOS boost clock is 1820. I don't remember like what was the boost clock, but 1890 is not the boost clock of this GPU. It is OC version of the GPU, so it's overclocking itself. Even in the Warzone 2.0 I was getting like clock of 1920 megahertz of this GPU. So yeah, average FPS is above 60, so we don't need like DLSS to check more of DLSS. Let's go up in ray tracing. So max FPS is at 84, which is pretty good. So DLSS really does the job well. Like I don't feel the difference in image quality, and it gave us so much better FPS. So let's move forward. So now ray tracing ultra, that's the maxed out setting with maxed out ray tracing. So I don't think it will give like really good FPS on DLSS turned off. So I guess let's just try it. What's the harm? So all the settings are here. Ray trace reflections are still also on now. Previously ray trace reflections are off. Also ray trace lightning is on ultra right now. So all the settings are here. Without DLSS we are running, so I expect to get like 30ish FPS. So let's run it. So yeah, as expected, 30ish FPS. 7.8 gigs of VRAM it is using. I can feel the lag, I can feel the stutters, you can see the frame time. So it's not like it's unplayable, completely unplayable, but it is not the desired FPS anyone would play on, because you will get the stutters and all. You can turn the DLSS on ultra ray tracing, so that would be really good. Just turn on the DLSS and you can play on 1080p with this GPU with ultra ray tracing. As you can see, we are nearly maxing out the available VRAM. That's also the reason. So yeah, for the most part we stayed above 30. It's not like completely an unplayable experience. Like I would say you can't even play this game on ultra ray tracing. You can, but that's not desirable. I guess it's like 36 previously. On medium I guess it was 46 or 40ish range of average FPS we were getting. Like even max FPS is not above 60. So let's turn DLSS on. So now it is on ultra with auto DLSS like previously. All the settings are same. So with DLSS on auto, let's try this. So yeah, pretty good improvement I guess. Pretty good improvement we got from DLSS. Still not going above 60, so I guess we should try balance on this. Balance would give like above 60 FPS. Balance DLSS I mean. So now it is using like same gigs of VRAM like on medium ray tracing. So here we went above 60. There are no stutters or anything like that. Smooth gameplay until now. Like you can see the frame time graph. There are no stutters or anything like that. it's not, it doesn't feel like I'm getting like I'm not playing on it on 1080p. It feels the same as 1080p. That's the beauty of DLSS. So average is 59.7, which round off to 60 FPS, I guess. So we got the target FPS of 60, but I guess we should try the other, I mean DLSS quality and go balance. So we go above 60 average FPS. So let's get it to quality and see. Pretty much similar FPS. I guess Auto was also using the quality DLSS. Let's just give it a try. VRAM usage is like 7.1. I wonder why Warzone 2.0 give GPU clock to on 1920. Like in this game, I didn't see it go above 1890 megahertz, but in Warzone 2.0, it went to 1920 like normally, even if I don't stress it. So 60, I guess average would be above 60. Here I felt little lag, but it was okay. So now we we went to 58.61. So I guess on auto DLSS it was still using like quality DLSS but with enhanced automation. I guess that's how I can put it. I don't know why. I don't know how other way I can put it. So yeah, quality DLSS is as same as the auto DLSS. So let's just try balance. So let's just try balance and go. So now we are above 60. So yeah, auto and quality DLSS were kinda same, so that's why we get like similar FPS. But on balance, we are getting like above 60 FPS. So surely this will give above 60 FPS on average. So if you want to play this game on ultra ray tracing and maxed out setting like ray tracing and all these stuff maxed out, you should consider turning on DLSS to at least auto, or if you want like above 60 then go to but balanced DLSS. Going above like performance and ultra performant DLSS, I don't see point because it will like downscale the image too much that it will become blurry. Until balance, it is okay. It doesn't feel that much of a image loss. I guess I should really upgrade the CPU here because CPU is like lowering the FPS here. So yeah, as you can see previously it was 58, 59, now it is 64. So yeah, so I don't see a point going beyond that. So let's just end our benchmark here. So yeah, you got the idea.